Whoa, see-through rolls? It's like magic. How's it going? This is Brian from Chained is Good. In this video, we're going to hunt through 4 uncirculated rolls of Statehood quarters I bought at a coin show yesterday. One of the dealers had 2 boxes of Statehood quarters he was trying to get rid of, and he was only charging face value. Of course, I couldn't resist. I cherry-picked 4 rolls out of the boxes to hunt through for varieties and mint errors. We have 2 rolls of 2005P Minnesota State quarters, 1 roll of 2005P Kansas State quarters, and a roll of 2007P Wyoming State quarters. I'll be hunting through 1 roll at a time with a recap afterwards, and as a reminder, if you like this type of content, hit that like, share, and subscribe, and now, let's break into the rolls. We'll start off with a trip to Minnesota. When I'm done, I'll be back with a recap. Alright, the first roll is done. It had no varieties, but it did have some minor mint errors. Let's check them out. First up, we had 6 examples with a die chip here inside the letter R in the word trust. This is a very minor mint error. We also had 3 examples with a die crack running from the lower left corner of the bust all the way to the rim. This die crack is visible with the naked eye. And we also had 2 examples with what appears to be a struck through grease area here below George Washington's ponytail. That's pretty cool. And now onto the second roll from Minnesota. Well, the second roll was very similar. Let me show you what I mean. We had 2 more examples with a die chip here inside the letter R in the word trust. We also had 2 more examples with a die crack running from the lower left corner of the bust to the rim. And we had 5 more examples with a struck through grease area here below the ponytail. 2 of those examples had die chipping between the letters T and R in the word trust. These are a later die stage. And now let's take our trip south toward Kansas. Okay, our trip through Kansas is over. Let's see what we got. This roll had 7 examples with a fairly large die chip here inside the bow on the ponytail. All 7 examples also had die chipping here in the letter N. Well, so far we've only found minor mint errors. The question is, will we find some varieties? Let's head to Wyoming and find out. Well, as you can see, our trip to Wyoming was a big success. Let's see what we found. We had 4 examples with a small die chip here at the back of the horse's legs. This is a very minor mint error. We had 5 examples with a die chip on the right side of the T in the word equality. 4 of the 5 examples also had a large die chip here on the back of the horse's tail. This is a later die stage of the same die. And 3 of those examples also had a die chip here at the top of the cowboy's hat. This is an even later die stage of that die. And lastly, we had 16 examples of a double-dyed reverse. On this example, you can see doubling here at the top of the horse's mane and at the tip of the saddle horn. This is DDR number 37 on Variety Vista or WDDR number 38 in the Wexler files. Unfortunately, 1 example was damaged from being at the end of the roll, but the other 15 are still in beautiful condition. Well, we had a lot of finds, even though we only went through 4 rolls. I hope you all enjoyed it. And as always, thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and it made you want to befriend your local coin dealer, hit that thumbs up and subscribe. And if you have any feedback or questions about any of the finds in this video, feel free to leave me a comment and I'll get back with you. Thanks again, and remember, every coin has a story, and sometimes those stories will have a good ending. I'll see y'all next time.